What's up, coolers, and welcome back to Barça Dream Team. And today we're bringing you the match review of Barcelona's 6-0 demolition of Inter Miami, which took place in the early hours of the morning. We're going to be discussing all the details about the game where Barca absolutely battered David Beckham's side. We hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell. There's a lot to discuss in today's video, so let's get started.
Now, after a shaky start in that 1-1 draw against Olot, Barca have started the US tour in style, hitting Inter Miami 4-6. There were some big goals in this match, guys, from Aubameyang, Rafinha, Ansu, Xavi, Memphis and Ousmane Dembele, and we're discussing all of them. And the funniest thing is, guys, that a certain Robert Lewandowski didn't even feature in this game. He, of course, took part in his first Barcelona training session earlier that day, and I'm sure that he would have liked to have been part of the action. Now, Leva's presentation is set to take place later today, and he was watching on from the stands. But it just goes to show you that with all the talented attackers we have at the club, we shouldn't be fearing teams like Valencia and Athletic Club, especially now that we have Robert Lewandowski.
And so Barca's second pre-season game kicked off at quite an unusual time. We're used to late evening kickoffs, but I think most coolers were just happy that Barca are finally back in action. And Xavi elected to go with a rather experienced team after his experimentation against Olot. Of course, there was Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Just in front of him there was a centre-back pairing of Andreas Christensen and Eric Garcia. Christensen, of course, making his Barcelona debut. Now, they were flanked by Alejandro Balde and Serginho Dest. Sitting in front of them was Franck Kessié in the single pivot role, alongside Pedri and Nico Gonzalez. Ansu Fati and Rafinha were out wide, and leading the line was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Around 20 minutes in, and Barcelona were really knocking on the door, with the first chance being created by Rafinha cutting inside from the right. He played a give and go with Pedri, who rolled the ball back to the Brazilian, and the ball made its way over to Aubameyang in a dangerous area, and he took the ball and delicately dinked it over the keeper and into the back of the net. It was a great goal from Oba, following his beautiful strike against Olot last weekend.
And just over 5 minutes later, Balde was on the edge of the area and he sees Rafinha there, the number 22. He finds Rafinha and puts the ball onto his foot, and Rafinha just caresses the ball past the keeper and into the side netting. And it wasn't an easy finish. The ball's coming in at pace, but Rafinha slots it in and makes it look easy. And it was a really dream debut for him. 1 goal and 1 assist, putting Barca 2-0 up after 25 minutes. And guys, he's given us a taste of the Brazilian magic that we can expect from him as a Barcelona player.
Just before the half-time whistle, Aubameyang enters that little pocket of space and plays the ball to Rafinha, who I thought was very involved in the play. He lobs a through ball into Ansu, who beats his marker and absolutely hammers it over the keeper and into the goal. It's a bullet which flies over the keeper's head, and he got so much power and accuracy on it that there's nothing the keeper can do about it. It's great to see Ansu back to his best after a difficult period of recurrent injuries, and Barca are 3-0 up going into half-time.
And as expected, Xavi shuffled the pack at half-time, making 11 substitutions. He brought on Iñaki Peña, who's definitely overtaken Neto in the pecking order. There was a centre-back pairing of Ronald Araujo and, interestingly, Frankie de Jong. To be honest, I really hope we don't see him relegated to the centre-back position after the arrivals of Pablo Torre and Franck Kessié. But anyway, either side were Jordi Alba and Sergi Roberto, who of course is back in contention after recovering from his injury. It was great to see our captain Bussi in that pivot role with Pablo Torre and Xavi just ahead, and Memphis Depay was up front alongside Ousmane Dembele following his contract renewal last week, and Abde.
Not long after the second half whistle, Memphis took the corner. He drives it straight along the grass and it enters the area where Gavi's waiting unmarked. and Gavi takes it first time and blasts it into the top corner past the flailing keeper. An excellent finish from Gavi, who's definitely capable of scoring more goals. Actually, I think he should be taking more shots this season. He can definitely help chip in with some goals from time to time. And all we're waiting for now, Coolers, is the Gavi renewal, which is set to be confirmed in early August.
And after Gavi made it 4, there was a Barca counter-attack led by Jordi Alba on that left wing. He plays the ball centrally into Memphis Depay. Now this is what I like about Memphis. He receives the ball and uses the sole of his foot to turn the defender inside out. Before you know it, he's in acres of space and through on goal with only the keeper to beat. And Memphis doesn't disappoint. He slots the ball home and scores. The goal was really reminiscent of when he came in and had a really good spell of form against the likes of RB Salzburg and Juventus in the last pre-season. He just rolls it past the keeper, who probably could have done better than that. But anyway, it's Barca 5, Inter Miami 0, with 20 minutes still to play, and Barcelona are on fire.
And just when Miami fans thought they'd seen the worst of it, Ousmane Dembele was bursting down the wing. He was cutting inside, outside and back inside, weaving through the defenders as if they were training cones. He reached the edge of the box and slalomed past the defence with a few body feints and fake shots, and he pelted it across the ground, the keeper only able to watch it roll into that bottom right corner. What a goal from Dembele. And Inter Miami are 6 down at home, and it's a night to forget at Lockhart Stadium. Miami 0, Barca 6. It was a great moment for him. You could see the relief on his face to silence those critics and just emphasise that he is able to translate his form from the last campaign over into this new season. It's safe to say that a few of us were quite nervous when he put pen to paper last week, but if he can regain that form, he can really succeed here at Barcelona.
And if we just take a look at the stats from today's game, and you can see that it was a very dominant performance from Barcelona. Our 23 shots to Miami's 1. Barca had lots of possession, but also had purpose. We weren't just knocking it around. There was a clear idea of what we needed to achieve today. And when it comes to the player of the match, I think it's got to be Rafinha. He had a dream debut today. 1 goal and 1 assist. He was always looking to make things happen. He's got explosive pace, and it was great to see him translate that good Premier League form over to Barcelona. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of this man at the club. He's certainly made a good impression for Coolers ahead of an important season.
And to be honest, it was a tactical masterclass from Xavi's team. Of course, our coach himself has not yet landed in the USA due to some paperwork issues, but his brother Xavi Hernandez handled the occasion very well. I think it was a complete performance from the players. We saw some great finishing, something we'd been crying out for last season, costing us crucial points and possible titles. I think it will be great if we can make this game a turning point looking ahead to next season. To score 6 goals isn't easy, especially with the disruption of flying out to America and that disappointment against Olot. And now we've beaten Inter Miami with a 6-goal deficit. The next 5 games aren't looking as daunting as they had before. Of course, we're eagerly awaiting that Clásico this weekend, followed by a big clash against the Old Lady. We'll then play New York Red Bulls and Mexican side Pumas in the Joan Gamper Cup. After all this, the La Liga season begins with a home game against Rayo on Saturday the 13th of August.
So if you like this video, guys, and want to follow Xavi's Barca Dream Team, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to BDT. And we'll see you next time. Visca Barça!